I was just going to lay down, watch a movie, and kind of relax tonight. And so I saw this news. What's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard of Ballard Sports Media. If anyone's curious about the background, I guess I could change it for this live stream. I have set up, we're going to record probably tomorrow our preview for LSU and Georgia. We'll have to get a couple other ones. Here we go. If it'll load on me. There we go. All right. We'll record LSU, Georgia, and our preview tomorrow for the SEC time. But breaking news per Adam Silverstein and Dennis Dodd of CBS. Rose Bowl agreement, and I got it here on my phone. Rose Bowl agreement clears way for college football playoffs, 12-team expansion in 2024 and 2025. Per reports. It's a 4-minute read. It was posted 14 minutes ago. I haven't been home half an hour. I put pajamas on. I was ready to get comfortable. Then I check Facebook and get notifications, and this pops up. Now, here's the thing, folks. We knew this was going to happen at some point. What we didn't expect, or I don't know if we expected it or not, did we expect them to move it up? Because I think they were looking at 2025, 2026. But now, according to this article, this report, the Rose Bowl has signed an agreement with the college football playoff that paves the way for the event to expand to 12 teams starting in 2024, according to multiple reports. Again, this is coming from CBS Sports. The CFP, College Football Playoff, had given the Rose Bowl until the end of the week at the latest to agree to terms. The bowl had thus far been unwilling to accept, according to CBS Sports' Dennis Dodd. With the Rose Bowl now in the fold, a formal announcement of a 12-team playoff being held in 2024 and 2025 is expected imminently. The new format was initially agreed upon by the CFP, College Football Playoff, Board of Managers in September. So, like the start of the season, the format, the plan, the timeline, everything was put in place. Now there's a new agreement because of the Rose Bowl and the Rose Bowl committee. They have agreed, and now it sets up to where the CFP is going to expand even sooner than we expected by at least 1 year. It goes on. I'll skip this part. In an expanded playoff, the games themselves are more important than the bowls that host the contest. The Rose Bowl refusing to, I don't know what that word is, acquiesce to a more uniform scheduling policy would have delayed expansion until 2020. Okay. So they were waiting until 2026 after the current college football playoff contract to end with ESPN. They were waiting until 2026. That would have cost involved parties an estimated $450 million in added revenue, and it may have kept the Rose Bowl out of the selection process once a new contract was signed. So this is all about the Rose Bowl. The Rose Bowl has a committee. Okay. It's that big of a game. It's that traditional of a game. It has a committee. The Rose Bowl is a stadium, it's a location, it's got its own committee, I guess. The Rose Bowl had proposed hosting the CFP quarterfinals in 24 and 2025, possibly without their traditional Big Ten and Pac 12 partners, in exchange for keeping its time slot as part of the CFP's new media rights deal, media rights contract starting in 2026. A source close to the situation told CBS Sports that offer was refused. Let me see. Thank you, Keith, for hitting the thumbs up on Facebook. Let me skip to this part here. This is interesting. The college football playoff is in the 9th year of a 12-year deal with ESPN that expires after the 2025 season. All necessary parties, other than the Rose Bowl, had already agreed to expand to 12 teams for the 24-25 seasons. The 10 FBS conferences, Notre Dame, and the participating New Year's Six Bowls, that's like the sugar, the cotton, the orange, the rose, the peach, and fiesta. The 10 FBS conferences, Notre Dame, and the participating New Year's Six Bowls agreed on such issues as playing at campus sites, dates of games, and revenue distribution for early expansion. However, the agreement to expand early needed to be anonymous. Basically, multiple people had to agree to expand a little earlier. They were going to expand in 2025. Now they want to expand in 2024. They've basically moved it up an extra year, which isn't a big deal. I mean, it was going to expand to 12 teams, period. We knew that. We knew that it was going to happen in the next 3 or 4 years. I don't care if it's moved up an extra year. I mean, it's one extra year. Seriously. Let's see. The primary reasons, this is probably what I want to read. The primary reasons to expand early are to provide more playoff access to teams and score an extra $450 million per year from rights holder ESPN, so it could air the additional CFP games in 2024 and 2025. A new media rights contract will need to be signed for 2026 and beyond. So let me get this straight. What I just read to you guys. The primary reasons to expand early is so they provide more playoff access to teams. Like, they want to do that ASAP. They want to score an extra, and I'm reading this here, score an extra $450 million per year from rights holder ESPN, so it could air the additional CFP games in 2024 and 2025. It goes into the history of the Rose Bowl. Goes into talking about when the CFP began in 2014, it was assured the Rose Bowl was never going to host a national championship. Los Angeles was building the new SoFi Stadium. The city of Pasadena didn't have the means to outbid the city of LA. SoFi will host the 2023, this year, national championship. Meanwhile, since 2014, the Rose Bowl has hosted the CFP semifinals in 2015, 2018, and 2021. Okay. So, the Rose Bowl, basically, the Rose Bowl is so huge, so big, such an environment, such a stadium, such an atmosphere, such a like there's a Rose Bowl committee, isn't there? I could be wrong about that, but I think I've heard of that before. The Rose this is what I got from Touchdown Alabama magazine here breaking the Rose Bowl has signed agreement that will allow the CFP to be expanded to 12 teams in 2024. Um, Guy Rawlings of WVTM 13 News put this out when he shared the news. Had the Rose Bowl not agreed, the venue known as the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl, reportedly faced the possibility of being excluded from the New Year's Six Bowl rotation in the CFP's next contract. Let me check the comments here. What do we have? What's up, Steve? Great news for you. Now maybe Bama will get in the. That's what I'm saying. We'll never miss it again. What's up, Texas Savage number 3? He says good. So not a whole lot of comments tonight, but yes, the news breaking because of the Rose Bowl committee, because of the city of Pasadena, they have agreed. Basically, it's like they were being held hostage in a corner for quite some time, and they finally gave in. Is basically what happened. Am I for or against this? I like the 12-team playoff. The only thing is, and we just got to come to reality, this is one of the things I hate to admit, but half of the games have been blowouts in the semifinals. Is that anybody's fault? No. Does it say that teams don't deserve to be in? No. It's just kind of how it's played out. A lot of people look at the expansion to 12 teams and they say, oh, well, it just means more blowouts. It means more blowout. I view it because the 4 top teams, 1, 2, 3, 4, are going to get a first round bye. 5 through 12 will, play. I think 5 plays 12, 6 will play 11, 7 and 10, and you meet in the middle with 8 and 9, I think. Those actually would be good games, a couple of them. That's where it's going to come in. Then they advance. Then they play 1 through 4 somewhere, whoever wins the first round. And that's where it gets interesting, and maybe you start to see, this is why they shouldn't have been in. This is why we don't need 12 teams, because the higher seeds are still going to win, and yada, yada, yada. I mean, there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot that goes into it. So let's see if I can find anything else on the, let's see. Bo Jackson's birthday today. Okay. Trend, no. Trending. It's got to be on here. I guess not. Football playoff. See what Twitter has to say about this. Pete Thamel put this out an hour ago. Source, CFP officials have been informed that the Rose Bowl has signed an agreement that will allow the college football playoffs to expand to 12 teams in 24 and 25. Let me ask y'all this. The fact that the Rose Bowl has a committee, well, forget them having a committee. The fact that we had to go to California to basically be on the same page about something, isn't that a little bit stupid? I think it should be up to the committee of the CF. It should be up to the CFP committee, period. Regardless of what the Rose Bowl committee thinks. If you don't want to be part of the expansion, which obviously they do, but let's say if they didn't, kick them off. Don't have the Rose Bowl as a CFP. That's just my opinion. Um, Nicole Araback put this out on Twitter that the Rose Bowl has informed the College Football Playoff. It has agreed to amend its contracts to allow for the CFP to expand to 12 teams in time for the 2024 season. Uh, Basically, the Rose Bowl has agreed to expand. I want to hear from you guys. I won't be on here too long talking about it. In fact, we're fixing to get off here. But I do want to hear from y'all. How do you feel about the 12 team expansion? Do you agree with, like, I just, the only thing for me that I take away from this to form an opinion, it's like, why does the Rose Bowl have to agree with the CFP committee? The CFP committee is in charge, right? Or they should be. My opinion. They should be in charge of whether or not the college football playoff expansion. The Rose Bowl has a say in whether or not the college football playoff expands instead of the college football playoff committee. I just think that's a little I don't know what word I'm looking at. It's just kind of chaotic and crazy. I think it's absurd. But it is what it is. 2024 12 team playoff, bottom line, it's happening whether you like it or not. I like it because I know that we want to sit here. Oh, well, sorry. Oh, you're just gonna get Georgia, you're gonna get Ohio State, you're gonna get Alabama, and you'll get like a Michigan or someone. Those will be the four teams, and the first round teams are just waiting to get pummeled. Maybe you're right to an extent, but you know how easier it's going to be on the committee though. That fourth spot's always been so hard, hasn't it? You don't. It's not going to be hard to pick from 12 different teams. First off, there's still going to be criteria. You know, you take the Power Five champs and the best group of five, like a Cincinnati, or it could be UCF. Um, Tulane's looking good this year. What if it's Tulane? You know how easy the criteria, it's going to be so much easier on the committee. They should be the ones happy about this. Cody Hankins says, I like the four playoff better. I agree. I have no problem with how it is now, but at the same time, you got to look at it from different perspectives and realize why, in a way, I think it should be 8 teams, not 12. I think there should be some expansion, though, in a way. And I've been saying that for quite some time. Anyway, so I just wanted to break this news to you. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hey, hit that thumbs up on your way out. Subscribe if you're new. If you're watching this back, I appreciate you. And comment down below in the comments what your thoughts are on the 12 team playoff. Is it expanding at the right time? Should it expand at all? How would you do a 12 team playoff? Definitely let me know. I love y'all. Jesus loves you. He's got a great plan. Trust and believe that. And oh, that reminds me, I should get to work and get out a SEC championship preview video for you guys. We only got a couple more days. We got 3 days until the conference championship. So we'll get to work. Hey, that's true, Cody. That's true. Playoff game in Tuscaloosa for the first round. Come on to T-Town, baby. Woo. All right. I love y'all. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And we'll see how the rest of this plays out. Love y'all. Peace out. Jesus loves you.